If you are visiting our channel for the first time, please subscribe first to get the latest updates. In our previous lectures, we have seen while evaluating the limit, we came across the situation that the limit does not exist. When you came across such a situation and how you come to know that the limit of a function does not exist. As we know that limit of x approaches to c, f of x is the notation of a limit of a function. Now, how you can read it? You can read it as limit of f of x when x approaches to c. So the phrase when x approaches to c is to be noted here, and our emphasis is on this phrase. In some cases, we need to check whether the x approaches to c from one side or it approaches to c from both sides. Now, what does it mean from one side and from both sides? Let's see. Here comes the concept of one-sided limit. Now, what are one-sided limits? One-sided limits are basically composed of two types of limit. One is left-hand limit and the other is right-hand limit. Let's see what are these. Now, left-hand limit means limit of. Now, what is left-hand limit? Left-hand limit is basically written like this, like limit of x approaches to c minus f of x. Now, what does it mean by c negative? It means the x is approaching to c from the left side. That is, the value of x is less than c. So this will be the left hand limit, that is x is sufficiently close to c but less than c. So this is called the left hand limit. So I'll write less than c. Then right hand limit, this is the opposite to left hand limit, that is limit x approaches to c plus f of x. It means that x is sufficiently close to c but bigger than c or greater than c. Now, after understanding the concept of left and right hand limit, for a limit to exist, a condition is required. Let's see what is the condition. Now, this is very important for you to determine whether the limit exists or not. Now, the condition is limit of x approaches to c plus f of x should be equal to limit of x approaches to c negative f of x. So this is the condition that is required for the limit to exist. That is, if the left hand limit is equal to the right hand limit, then we can say that the limit exists of the given function. So it means left hand limit should be equal to right hand limit. We'll use the example to determine whether the function given whether the limit of the given function exists or not. So if this condition violates, that is the limit of both sides are not equal, then we will say that limit does not exist. And this is the condition that is required for a limit to exist. Keep this in mind, that this is the condition for limit exists. And if this condition is not met, then it is clear that limit does not exist. Now let's have an example. If you have a function like limit of x approaches to 0, if the function is mod of x divided by x. Now how you will check whether the limit of a function exists or not? Let's see. For this purpose, you have to find first the left and the right hand limits of the given function. So let's find. So first we will find the left hand limit. We'll find the left hand limit on one side and the right hand limit on the other side for your convenience. And we'll see whether they are equal. Then we can say that the limit of a function exists. So left hand limit will be written as x approaches to 0 negative of x divided by x. So as the x approaches to 0 from the left side, so we will take the value of x as minus x. So the given limit will be evaluated as, we will replace the x with minus x divided by minus x. So limit of x approaches to 0 negative of x divided by x will be, as there is a mod, so minus will become positive. So I'll write x divided by minus x, and what we will get? We will get minus 1. So this is the value of the left hand limit. Now let's find the right hand limit. That is limit x approaches to 0 positive of x divided by x. here we have to put the value of x as plus x, as the value of x is approaching to 0 from right hand side and it is greater than 0. So it will be as plus x divided by x, and the limit will be by if we evaluate it at as x divided by x, we will get 1. So it is clear that the left hand limit is not equals to the right hand limit. So what we evaluate from here, that left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. That is, left hand limit is what? -1 is not equals to +1. So it means the limit of this function does not exist. So I must say that limit does not exist. So this is how you can find, or you can determine, whether the limit of a function exists or not. Let's have one more example. The function is limit of x approaches to 0, 1 divided by x square. So how you will find whether the limit of the function exists or not? Let's see. Here we will have left hand limit and here right hand limit. Write them side by side so that you can easily equate them. So it will be like this and this, and I'll evaluate it as limit of x approaches to 0, negative of 1 over x square. As it is a left hand limit, that's why I put negative sign on the 0. So it means 0 negative, so we'll put the value as 1 divided by x. The value of x is 0, so 1 divided by 0 is equals to, as x is negative, so I'll write minus here. So 1 divided by -0 is equals to -infinity. It means limit of x approaches to 0 negative of 1 over x square is equals to -infinity. Now if I check the right hand limit as equals to 1 divided by +0, it will be equals to +infinity, as we have the value of x as +0 in the denominator and we will get the +infinity. It means we will get the answer as +infinity. Now it is clear from here that left hand limit is not equals to right hand limit, that is -infinity is not equals to +infinity. So we evaluate that here as limit does not exist of this function. So this is how you can check whether the limit of a function exists or not by just checking the one condition, that is the left hand side limit should be equal to the right hand side limit, that is the value that is approaches to c should be equal from both sides. Value of x should be equal from both sides and it should not be different. So this is how you can check the condition for a limit to exist or not. So in our next lecture we will see how you can evaluate the limit of a piecewise defined function. Thank you. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe our channel math.com for more updates. Thank you.